crazy.
Hey, okay, wait. Can I speak on something uninterrupted real quick for like 2 seconds?
Go for it. Hit your monologue. Hit your monologue.
All right, look. So boom, the other day, randomly, now.
Wait, I wouldn't interrupt you.
Go ahead. No, I mean, I was gonna let you kick it off, but
yo, that's funny.
No, I'm kidding.
Look. So the other day,
Sorry, I'm fucking around. That'll be the last joke of the night. Last joke of the night. I got you.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know.
I got one for you, Pops.
All right, say less.
Wait, should we take a 5-minute break?
Are you good? Go for it.
All right, so the other day, I got hit up to do some shit on some shit like the BMX video or whatever, right? Now, I didn't really think it was gonna be World War II or it was like gonna turn into some like big ass thing, but I did it. I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of needed the bread, and the bread was cool for me to just roll out of my bed to go fucking do some to go to the event or whatever. Basically, now I'm not a DJ. I think that you guys all know that, but I've been hit up to DJ shit all of the time, and I just either will have co-DJ it, but like clearly that wasn't an option this time. So I was like straight up, if I can't find somebody to co-DJ with me or whatever, I literally pull up and just play music off my fucking aux, off my phone. Mm-hmm. They said it was cool, and I ended up just having the homie Kobe co-DJ with me.
Shout out Kobe.
You know, broke Kobe off some bread. I kept some bread, and then. Yeah, that was pretty much it, but I'm not gonna lie, it did feel like a little like, it felt like, did you just invite me here to take this picture to make it seem like we're just all chill like that? And
you feel like you were used as like a pawn?
Yeah, almost like in a weird way, and then like, I don't know.
That was the question is, I feel like for a lot of people is...
Well, let me just finish, Do your thing. So then like, I don't know, other people I was talking to was like, oh yeah, like we can't wait to like do other stuff with you and blah blah blah, and I was just like, whoa, like I didn't really like foresee this into being that deep. Like I just thought it was like, you know,
a one thing.
It was a one thing, but I mean everybody turned it into like, oh my god, he's going back and all this other shit like that, and I'm just like, I don't think that it was that big of a deal, and I don't know, maybe I should have thought about that a little more before I did it, but to be honest, like I needed the bread, and it was really nothing for me to pull up. Like I've been cool with all those BMX niggas for mad long, like just as long as I've known Adam and all that shit. And I don't have no problems with Began. I don't got no problems with fucking Stevie. I don't got no problems with Connor. I don't got no problems with Nate Richter. I don't got no problems with Phil. I fuck with all of them. And like they asked me to do it, and I did it. Like I didn't really overthink it too much, and that's all I wanted to say.
You weren't trying to like cause like no, you
but I also
outside, I ain't fucking.
Yeah, I also like wasn't trying to make it seem like, oh, like I'm just
extending the olive branch.
I mean, like I felt like the olive branch was extended, and like I don't know. I hate when people try to tell me how to feel about anything, so I'm just like,
yeah,
why do I give a like, you know?
I feel like one of the questions for sure is like the photo is like, you know, you're saying Adam asked to take that photo.
Oh, bro, I'm not gonna hold you. Look, so I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. So I'm standing there on the stage. Lena comes up to the stage. She's like, help me up on stage. Mm-hmm. I pull her up. She's like, Adam wants us to take a pic. Adam comes over. They snap a pic, and then that was it. It took like 5 seconds. Like, but within the 5 seconds of me seeing them, that's how that happened.
It was by Adam's request.
I'm just saying, like, they all like also one of the like filmers came up and asked me did I want to do a drop for the vlog, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
And like, it just felt like kind of like, hey, like
too forward.
And I was just like, bro,
a little overwhelming. Like,
yeah,
I just came to just DJ
I literally just came to
DMX video.
I literally just came to watch Began fucking grind on some rails.
Yeah.
Pause.
Some people, you know,
yeah, what?
Yo.
You know, just like speaking for like the people in the comments section over here. I'm not making these allegations myself, but some people probably even say like Adam's probably had requested that photo because, you know, a lot of employees have left No Jumper. A lot of employees are like saying they were not the happiest there, and his relationship with his past employees, a lot of them aren't that great. So if he has the photo with you, where it seems like you guys are all cool now, like people are gonna think like, oh, maybe the other people are tripping.
But I'm just like,
whatever it is.
It just always throws me off in situations like that because like I don't be pre-thinking that like shit is gonna.
You don't be worrying about other people's thoughts.
I'm not worried about nothing besides. For sure, I'm gonna pull up and do the shit, and I'm gonna go home. That's exactly what I did.
And that's a lot of people are trying to have me like, whoa, how do you feel about House Phone going back to No Jumper? Woo, woo. I'm like, first of all, look, this nigga's a grown ass man. Who am I to tell him how to feel about anything?
And here's my thing. I give you my perspective, bro. It's like at the end of the day, I don't you know, as much information as there is on there, bro, I don't know your fucking day-to-day thoughts. You feel me? I don't know your day-to-day conversations.
Yeah. And I will say too, like, bro, I'm not the only. Lush is probably the only one that doesn't talk to Adam or like has talked to Adam since we all departed from this. So I'm like,
AD said he's been talking to him or texting him.
T-Rail said the same thing. So I'm like, because I saw him for 5 seconds, it's like a big thing. I don't really get it, but
I think it's really just the fact that it was a photo.
It's a photo, yeah.
You know
but I'm saying, like, it was one of those things. I seen him immediately. They're like, let's take a picture.
It could also be a thing where, like, you know, when you left, it was like a thing where obviously he was in the wrong. It was unjustified, all that stuff, right? And people were kind of like getting your back on you leaving. Yeah. But also,
I understand that part.
But like, let me line. It's not like you requested and you said, guys, get my back. We're going to war here. You just left on your own terms. I'm probably
the only person that hasn't really like.
You left on your own terms. You left. You're like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I feel disrespected. It was gone, and people like felt for you, and they wanted to like be there for you, right? And like actually make comments for you, and like I guess attack Adam and No Jumper for you, even though you had not requested it. And now that they see you guys are friends again, they're like, oh, we did all this work for no reason. But you know, it's
that
not
don't
like,
even make no sense.
It's not like House Phone had told you guys to do it. It's like you had a disagreement with your person in your
and
life.
Like on some real shit, like if it wasn't for AD or Lush, when me and Adam first got into it, I wouldn't have ever came back into that. I would have never came back into the office unless they literally was like talking to me out front, just like, don't end it off like that. Like at least like just go in and like end it off or whatever. I don't know, bro. I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm just like people are always in my ear from either direction, and it's kind of just like, I feel like we do a good job at not talking about the No Jumper universe drama, because if that was going to be the case, we should have just stayed. Like if that was if that was the case, if we was going to just make our shows about No Jumper related shit every week, then like why the fuck did we even dip? Like that don't even make no sense. You feel me? So I think we've been doing a pretty good job, and I'm not trying to make it into that again, but I just seen like hella people reacting and making that a whole thing. Like,
well, it's reminiscent of that whole like T-Rail episode we had right before we dipped. It was those things where it's like
talking to the
you
mic,
know,
bro.
we decided that not talk about it. It's like we don't even know how the homie feels. You feel me? You go pop all that shit, and it's like, you know, he might not even feel exactly the same. You know, he might feel yellow when you feel green or purple. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you could have
I mean, at the end of the day, I appreciate everybody for going hard and for, you know, seeing the, you know, the disrespect and shit that I saw too. But at the end of the day, bro, like niggas gotta handle shit that they personally want to handle. Like I can't really be taking the opinions of just everybody who isn't me.
Puppet.
Yeah, for either side though, from either side,
bro. Yeah, you're not trying to be a puppet.
Because I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, that was kind of like, oh, like, did I just get invited here just so you could take a picture, or just so y'all could like convince me to do other shit and all this other shit? Like, I didn't think it was all of that. You feel me? I thought it was literally just, hey.
But also, like you're saying, it's like you needed the money in that situation. And like, dude, I remember when I used to work for Starline, and then I left the company. Well, I broke my ankle, and I basically just like left the company after that. But a couple years later, I really needed a job, and I really needed some money to pay bills and do all that stuff. And I was like, bro, like, what's my kind of like my, you know, like what's a company I can go to right now that I know could probably take me back? And I ended up like reapplying at Starline. Facts. And then and I remember thinking like, damn, dude.
I worked at PacSun like twice in life, like in two separate times.
I remember feeling like kind of foolish, like, oh man, it feels kind of weird going back to the same company. But it's just like, in reality, it's like, dude, in life, like, as long as like you know what path you're on, and by like, I'm not saying you're on like some fucking godly heavenly path, but like if you just try to stay consistent and be real with yourself about your you know, laziness or your downfalls, I feel like you should be good. You know what I mean? So, just because you work at some company doesn't mean.
So the big question is, are you going back?
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I definitely thought about it like before, but like, to be honest, I just don't think that it's worth it. I don't think that is like worth the headache that it'll cause. And just like, I don't know, bro. Like, I have a lot of confidence in the shit that I got going on with High Rollers. I got a lot of confidence in this shit if we just like, you know, like if we really crank up in certain areas. You know? And I'm just like, it's time to just like, just stand alone and like do your own shit.
Let your wings expand. You feel
you gotta fly. Sometimes you gotta leave the nest to fly. Really fly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what also is very important to remember, bro, is not all money is good money.